and welcome to Generation Dan. I am Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me is...
I am Atlas Novak, and this episode is rated M for my ballsack.
I am Nick Fernandes. I also have a ballsack.
I believe that your title was Nick Penis Owner Fernandes.
Oh, mouth pleasure has been phased out already.
No, we still got it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Nick Mouth Pleasure Fernandes. And our guest this week is Dewayne White. Hey, Dewayne, how's it going?
It is going well, thank you very much. I too have a ball sack, but it is out of commission. So,
by choice or by force? That's the question.
By choice, bro. Are you serious? Like, come on, man.
Then you're good. Yeah. That's a hard trauma to start with. You're like, I got kicked so hard in the nuts they don't work. You're like, that's a weird way to.
What happened to you in the war, Daddy? Well,
you show up at your urologist and you're like, please put an end to my suffering.
Yeah, I was like, I want money and free time at some point. Can you make these not work anymore? I appreciate it.
It's like functional, but only like as a party trick, not
as a party
to do anything.
Yeah, he's literally shooting blanks.
What kind of party trigger? You see him?
The best parties. The best.
All right,
parties.
now I want you to think about a pair of moves. I like how your name, Dewayne, is spelled D-E-W-A-Y. It's like subpoena, right? It looks like it should be pronounced subpoena, but it's
Dewayne.
How should my name be pronounced?
Dewayne.
I'll be honest, Dewayne. From the first time that I met you,
I know what you're gonna say.
Well, no, I thought of Darkwing Duck, and it's like, you know, Dewayne. Oh, if you know Dewayne, you're like family over here. And he just goes, yeah, we know Dewayne. And it just gets spiraled. Awesome. And I was like, every time, it's certain names, when I hear it, I have a direct reference. And it's just like, I can't get it out of my head. And I'm like, guess where I heard that from?
Queen Dino.
Yeah. I think, I think Dino, I think of the dinosaur, the dog in the Flintstones.
Oh, from Flintstones.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That is most of my childhood until this happened. And then everyone was like, hey, maybe Dino's just a nice guy. We'll just not poke the bear. And I'm like, that's much better. It was around grade 6. Grade 6. Everyone
grade 6? Yeah. Nice.
Is that when they like fed you after midnight?
Kind of. I feel like it was more so like I was exposed to trans fat and just started, you know.
That was still when they were shooting up the chicken with steroids.
Yeah.
You remember the size of the chickens at Loblaws, like when you would get those dinner meals, like where you get the rotisserie chicken and then the two sides. Like when I was a kid, like they were fucking massive chickens.
Yeah. The reason KFC came in a bucket was because it was a massive chicken. Now you get a bucket and it's half full. You're like, something has changed here.
I think because they stopped injecting them with salt water to increase their size.
That salt water was delicious.
I'm just telling you.
I want KFC already now. You bastard. I swear to God. I'm like, we're going down the street after this.
I was going to order Chinese food with my buddies tonight to watch the UFC fights, but now might have to...
Hey, if you order from the right Chinese place, it's KFC-like.
It's similar, yeah. It's just fried chicken nuggets with sweet sour sauce.
That's true. We can just get some
with a much more fancy name.
Yeah, all right, he was a great warrior.
My favorite thing about KFC nowadays is that they have Jim Gaffigan being Colonel Sanders, which is the only time I've seen a comedian rip on something so hard that they're like, you know what, you're the perfect mascot for us. That would be like it. Like you know how Lewis Black has the bit about the Starbucks across from the Starbucks.
Yeah.
If Starbucks came to him and was like, "You're the mermaid now."
That'd be great,
Atlas. If that's not a bit, it's
so
better. Write that right now.
Yeah.
Well, now it's recorded forever. So,
oh my God.
This is where it happened.
We were here.
Hilarious.
We saw history in the making.
I'm just picturing him with his big belly. Like, you know, just like he's holding a coffee, but he's just like kind of off kilter.
He's doing this thing.
He's trying to balance. Well, because he can't like widen out his base in the mermaid thing. So like he's kind of about to fall all of the time. Like
that's
a Weeble.
A Weeble wobble. Holy shit! I haven't heard that in a long time. Jesus. Weeble wobbles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Gross.
Generation.
I guess.
You like that deep reference, Dino?
I
I went to
That was great.
I went to the annals for that.
Oh my god.
Apparently, that's what young people do.
Alice,
what's
have
our
you heard of a
topic?
Weeble wobble before?
A Weeble? You mean a teeter-totter or a seesaw?
No.
Or-
A Weeble wobble was a children's toy that was basically a small version of the boxing thing they gave us.
Yeah. So you could watch kids hit it as hard as they could and then
Oh
get
my
hit
God.
directly in the face by it returning.
Yeah, it was like an egg.
We just called that a punching bag. I didn't know it had.
No, it was the Weeble wobbles were like
toy.
these egg-shaped things that were only like yay big.
They kind
And
of look
the
like
bottom was,
Russian
super
dolls.
heavy,
Mhm.
and it would it would go down slides and shit, and then just like hit, and it wouldn't fall because the bottom was heavy. Duh.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you would knock the shit out of each other with them because they were heavy. It was not a good idea for a toy.
In my case, it was my sister. My sister was like
A
Emperor
Weeble wobble?
Palpatine as a sibling. Like she almost like in the first two, like she almost never did anything herself. It was always getting me to do stuff or like okay. So it was things like,
Brilliant.
hey, you wanna
Did
hit
she
that
hire
thing,
a
and then
Dathomirian? Like,
yeah, pretty much. Like okay, so
I feel like this
that's-
explains a lot. Like
yeah, definitely.
the evil she did to you, it was only going to go one way. Like, that's
she's
Definitely.
sending you into the kitchen to like steal cookies when you're not
100%.
supposed to, and
Pretty
like
much, it
she's
was
standing
like, hey-
around the corner and going like, "At last we will get on the set." Like,
Pretty much. Because it was just, hey, can you do me a favor? And I was like, I don't know. When you're a younger sibling, you like to be seen as useful. Because in your head, you're like, I'm a spare piece. I'm the.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, yeah, I'll go get you cookies or whatever, and then you end up getting in trouble. So that's fun.
Hey, that builds character though. You
Yeah.
learn how to be deceptive to everyone around you.
Like,
yeah. And then
so-
you learn to use others, which so this is just skill building.
That's how you
really.
get to the American dream. That's what I
Yeah, for real. On the back of someone else.
the back of someone else,
backer,
and
then say
they
you
have
did
to
it
have a hunch
yourself.
at the end of it. They can't
Yeah.
come out okay. They have to suffer for your achievement. That is the key. Okay.
yeah, and get no reward.
None. No, a
No,
punishment,
hell
if
no.
anything. A punishment.
Yeah.
For thinking that they deserve a reward. That's,
You bastard.
that seems reasonable.
All right. So what do we got?
Are we going to address your haircut again? Because
Talking about Weeble wobbles.
it is
Yeah.
not even. It is not even, sir.
Yeah, what happened, bro?
That I'm not sure if that's sleep or it's just.
It is sleep. I haven't taken a shower this morning, so that could be part of it. But also, it was going to a barber I had never been to before.
No.
Always
Yeah.
a mistake.
Because
Yeah,
the one I
never
would
good.
usually go to was on my mom's side of town, and I just didn't happen to be there. So I was just like, ugh, I got to do something, right? And then
This whole thing sounds funny. Like, well, my mom's barber. My
Did you
mom
go to-
went to the barber by my mom's house. Like, god damn it, man.
I live off the philosophy is if it has the word salon anywhere in its advertising, not for me. I'm like,
Interesting.
I'm
you
looking
don't
for a
have a
place
lot-
that
you
does
don't
a straight razor shave. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean that's like I don't know. I'm trying to think. That's like taking your bicycle to fill it up with gas with your hair, man. I mean you don't have a whole lot of
Right.
stuff to do. I don't know. My wife cuts my hair, dude.
That's
Like,
my
yeah.
mom cut my hair
Cut it
for the
20
longest
years.
time.
It's insane. She's actually pretty good at it, but I've also had the same haircut the whole goddamn time. Every
Yeah.
time I've tried to change, she's like, "I don't know how to do that." Well, fuck. All right, I guess I'm.
I
would
really
ask my
feel like
girlfriend to
Dwayne,
do
you're
it,
not
but
showing like a
we-
picture of an anime character. Like I'm looking for this. Can you?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know how to do that.
my girlfriend likes
Just
my hair long,
Goku?
so when
Can
I
I,
try
can I
and
get the
ask her,
Goku?
she's like, "No, I want Conan the Barbarian hair." I'm like, I'm not gonna grow it out that long.
What's it? It's like every time it gets close to growing out, I have this really thick hedgehoggy bullshit.
Yeah.
And so
Fuck
it's like
you.
I
Fuck you,
turn it
Dwayne.
into
How about
looks
that?
like a fro. I thin my hair every week, Dino. I just want you
hate
to
you.
know that.
I hate you.
want you
okay?
to know that I thin it. I take
Is it?
hair. I go. I have too much of this shit.
You and me both. Well done, sir.
So there you go.
Instead
You know
of
what?
generations,
You know
it's
what?
I don't have male pattern baldness or a receding hairline. Whatever.
I am
forgot.
really
I
on
think I
the
got you
shit
both
end of this
beat, but-
entire fucking conversation. That's what I.
you got a
feel
sweet beard, Dino.
You do
That's
have a
true.
sweet. Yes, but it's very Dom DeLuise look. So I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You
A
know,
little bit, yeah.
and which isn't a bad thing. I'm like, hey, I'm down for that because he was rich and famous, but at the same time, fuck. It's
And
one
then
of those
Yeah.
things.
I shaved
Atlas,
for Halloween, but it's coming back. This is after a week.
Mm.
Very
Atlas,
good.
what place did you go for the haircut? Was it Subpar Cuts?
It was the homeless guy under the Gower exit on the 101. No, it was. I can't remember the name, but it was like in the same strip mall as my local tournament for Vanguard stuff. So.
Okay, I was gonna make sure it wasn't at that pizza place or the place
No.
that
The
changes
cursed
every 6
retail
months.
space?
The cursed retail space.
No, that's
So
not a
wait.
hair salon right now.
There's a retail space that's close to Atlas's mom's place
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
essentially will change name and type of food or whatever business
it
is in there every 6 months consistently. And I'm like, that's 100% money laundering. But we've now been like, it's got to be something. Like there's something messed up going on there.
Yeah.
But
Since COVID, there hasn't been a new one. I think it's just because people are like, no one's going to start a business during COVID, right?
No, they're just like, nobody's going to check on this money laundering. That's the thing.
that's really
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, who cares?
That's true.
No, it's no problem.
Furlough,
So-
that means
Yeah.
easy times. No one's
Free
checking.
money, baby.
Yeah, they
So
don't even bother having a front.
There's no new thing I can show up in a Grim Reaper
Yeah,
and be
they
like,
just leave the
"Congratulations,
newspaper
bought
up on the
cursed retail
glass.
space."
And
Yeah.
then like when you go inside, it's literally just money counters. Like they're not even trying.
Yeah, they're like, whatever.
The human trafficking folks are in the back.
Yeah. The cages are in the open.
It'll
That's
be fine.
horrible.
Yeah.
They're not even.
And then there's the
checking.
one running the satanic rituals, just like, are you going to stop him? He's got a pentagram and blood on the floor.
Like, he says it's his own blood. Technically,
COVID.
it's littering at
Nah.
worst. Yeah,
I can't get within
COVID
6
too.
feet of
Yeah.
him. So, I would stop him. But
Okay, I got to ask, like, so what's the worst thing that a guest has done at your house? Because, like, I feel like if someone draws in their own blood on the floor and starts this satanic ritual, that's probably got to be in the top 3 at the most. I mean, it's never happened to me, of course.
Depends how you feel about satanic rituals.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Nick,
like that's a little
Do you
judgy.
have something to tell us?
Yeah.
I mean,
100%. He's got horns.
Here's the thing.
Little-
I'm
It's under
like
the hair.
pro new experiences. So as long as I'm not the one being sacrificed and they do it on the tile, like
They do it on the tile?
I can clean it up afterwards.
Yeah.
And also you know, I don't know.
Like
I,
it's like you're scoping out an open.
I like
you're
I'd
I'll
look
just
good
watch.
in a toga with like an animal mask. I feel like I would.
Is it because of the hair? You'd be able to.
I
Just
feel
pull
like
the
it would
hair
be my
out?
look, you know. Yeah, I'd
That's
throw
fair.
on like a lion's mane thing, like mask, and then just let it out. Yeah.
I just imagine you in the ritual. You're wearing like the mask and the hood and everything, and you're just like, "Oh, what a novel experience! This is very interesting."
He would
Yeah.
definitely interrupt the ceremony, going, "This is amazing, guys. I really
Yeah.
want to thank you. I want to thank you."
I just thank you for
I
letting me
didn't
broaden
know
my
you
horizon.
slit the throat while the pig was alive. That was interesting.
well, yeah.
Taking note. Yeah.
Taking notes. Nothing says
You guys have
secret
a
like
business
taking
card or something? I can't.
So,
Hey,
yeah,
If you're on
where do
Twitter,
you
Twitter
source
is it Twitter? I'll tweet. I'll
Where do you,
tweet.
Twitter,
where do you source
Instagram,
these
what's your
hogs
Venmo?
from?
No.
What's your Venmo? Is there a Patreon? Like, how does
Yeah.
it? Is it monthly?
If we started a Patreon, that'd be a perfect time for us to mention it, but we don't have.
We probably should eventually.
So, is there like a specific forest that you meet in, or is it just like any
do
wooded
you own the
area?
forest? Is it rented? Do you have a
Yeah.
guy? There's a lot of questions.
Do you need to get permits? Do you need permits for a satanic
I think if you
ritual?
get a permit, that takes away the satanic ritual because then you're just kind of like, well, we're doing the right thing. I think you're
Well, they-
going
like,
against the grain.
I
if
think
you're
it's
getting
like
a
any
permit.
religion, you have to register to like get tax exempt.
It's for taxes, yeah.
Yeah,
for
it's for
taxes,
tax
right,
purposes,
right.
And in order to like have a business, you need to show like proof of activity.
Well,
And so-
realistically, taxes are evil. So technically, filing your taxes is kind of.
So the Church of Scientology is good? Is that what you just said, Dino?
No, technically, they're. Oh no.
They're lawyers.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Damn.
I don't know. I like
Those
having
guys are
public
horrible.
transportation and universal health care and stuff. That's kind of nice.
It can always be better. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, definitely.
So
like
it's
in the
more
US,
so
because it sucks over here.
Yeah, but also you guys have like cool stuff,
Like
nice
what?
weather, nice weather. Sometimes
Really? Do we? Okay.
Considering, Dwayne, where
it's
are
getting cold up here,
I'm in
man. My
DC.
bones have
I'm
been
in,
hurting
like,
for
Northern Virginia,
days.
DC.
Okay, so you're in DC. I'm in California. So like,
Okay,
state's
yeah, you
on
do have
fire
nice
every
weather.
summer. Yeah.
Well, it depends on where you're at in California, because I froze my ass off in Monterey one summer, and
Oh, okay.
I'm
I'm in LA, so it's
Okay.
just hot as balls. The winter weather for me was like, I took a walk to get coffee this morning. It was 62. Fog.
You can make that in your house. I don't know.
Which my roommates are trying to do for some reason. Like, they have the AC and the fans on. I'm like, guys, it's that cold outside. Just open a window. Like, we're there,
right.
Yeah, change some air.
Yeah. I keep doing that. When they're not home, I turn off the AC and open the windows, and like I come back and it's back on again. I'm like,
I cannot imagine living in a house with like 4 roommates where everybody thought they got a vote on the fucking AC.
2 roommates.
Two? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, even that. Like, my kids don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Most days I'm not allowed to touch it. But like,
really? I thought
Oh, my
dad
wife
was
is,
the
like,
one in
into
charge
that
of
shit.
the thermostat. That's like your thing.
no,
isn't
man,
it?
I don't give a shit.
No.
Here's the thing.
He
My wife
lost
and I argue
that
about
privilege
it.
when he got the vasectomy.
That's fair.
They don't take
She
your
became the
balls.
dad by right of conquest. Yeah.
They just make the tubes not go together. It's like JD Wells.
It's
They
just-
add
yeah.
bells,
But
so
that's
they're
where your
decorative.
power. That's where your power was.
I
Yeah,
don't,
it's
know.
like-
I don't know.
it's like
I don't know.
unplugging a
I
thing
feel
from a
more
car
powerful
battery.
now that I've had one.
I feel like in the Harry Potter world, like that's where like you would become a Muggle.
When you got a vasectomy,
What'd you call
There's
me?
a wizard vasectomy.
What did you just say to
a
me?
wizard vasectomy. That
I've never seen
Yeah.
Harry Potter, but I think you just called me a motherfucker. I'm pretty
Wizard vasectomy, title of the episode. It has to be.
No, like it's not that like I'm not allowed to touch it. It's honestly I don't know how the fuck all this shit.
Oh, that's
The new ones
If
are
we had a
difficult to
simple one that's
understand.
like bought one that was up to date and not made in the 90s, I would
Mhm.
probably do it. But like now, fuck that. I don't even. I'm like, I'll put a sweater on. I don't care.
I like it cold because like
I do too.
it's easier to sleep and got like lots of blankets and it's cold and like
Yeah.
it's better for you.
This comes from a person who hasn't experienced cold though.
Yeah, it's true from California.
Yeah.
I like it when it's
He's-
73.
Yeah, he's like his cold is cool. You know,
no, it's
It's a brisk
Bit of a-
wind.
Yeah.
bit of
I
a
mean,
breeze.
I did go like skiing a lot as a kid, which
Water
yeah,
skiing?
but- no, skiing. We'd go up to Mammoth and
No, he just
Yeah.
talking about cocaine.
yeah. No, it's like 5 hours northeast of LA. Is
Right on.
Mammoth. You know,
Assless, Nocock.
that doesn't
What?
even make any sense at that point. But
You're very fancy. It's,
Yeah.
it's making sure everyone knows.
Assless, Nocock.
That would be
Dr. Assless Nocock MD.
that would
So-
be
it's what my
Milord
middle school
Doctor.
bully would call me. It was one of those things where I'm like, I am very offended, but also good writing. Well
It's
done.
great writing. It's great.
yeah. Jack, his name is Jack. I'm not going to say his last name. Jack, if you're out there, I hope you are addicted to heroin, but also keep writing.
I hope you get hit by a bus.
I hope
But
you're addicted to heroin and you can't find any. You fuck.
I wouldn't think that someone from LA would be like pro heroin addiction. Consider
Okay.
that's like your main issue.
you'd be
The
surprised.
streets.
I read a book called Writing the Pilot once, where the entire book isn't so much about how to write a pilot. The whole book is like, should you really do this? It's probably not going to work.
It's
Yeah.
It's a
And, like,
a
discouragement
moral
book.
guide for if you should bother.
That's pretty much what I was thinking.
awesome.
Like, there were a couple things in there about like how to write your characters and stuff, but most of it is just like it's just not worth the time. Which I'm thinking the guy wrote to like get rid of competition, right?
Yeah.
Less people who want to write a pilot means his is more likely to get picked up.
Where did you pick up this book? Was it in the self-sabotage section of the store?
Sabotage.
Yeah, you go from self-help to self-sabotage.
I like it. I like it.
I
Yeah.
feel like that is a category at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
have embraced their evil and just be like,
Yeah.
you know what?
It's right
I need
next
to get better and messing
astrology.
things up. Yeah,
It's like
astrology.
I read a book once
100%.
called Ride the Pilot, that was more about like fucking a dude in an airplane, but whatever. It was fine.
Yeah, nice.
It was a little different plot, I think.
We're not allowed to kink shame anymore, so it's
that's
fair.
what they,
It's how we do things.
I'm not gonna king shame it. Like you've seen Airplane, that's Ride the Pilot the whole time. No,
no,
That's fair.
that's the book that Top Gun was based on, right?
well done.
Ride the Pilot.
Yeah.
No.
But no, my cousin was like, I'm throwing this book away. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, why not? Give it a read. It's a little short one.
Yeah.
But it's like that guy is playing like 4D chess. If he was like, if I can get like just 6 people to not want to write a pilot and instead go do something else, then I have 6 people more chances.
And those 6 people tell 6 other people.
Yeah.
This is like the opposite of The Secret. This is amazing.
Yeah.
We're gonna tell everyone.
I want you to think negative
Don't
thoughts
believe in
all
yourself.
day.
Do
Visualize
not believe in
you
yourself.
Nobody
sucking
believes in you, not even you. So just stop it.
the
Okay?
universe-
ass. Said to
Yeah.
fuck off.
Although
Or
I guess in
just
that
put-
case, it wouldn't be The Secret. It would just be the thing everybody knows. You suck.
Welcome
Yeah.
to comedy. That's what.
Welcome to Compton.
Congratulations, you are now an NPC character in your own fucking life. So good luck. Your life is going to be shit.
Enjoy.
Oh wow.
That got
So-
dark.
Definitely. So
I think
what's the
everything
worst thing
okay
that's
at
been
home,
done at your
Dino,
house?
or-
We were talking about the positive attributes of satanic rituals, and everybody's like, "Ha ha, that was great," and he's just like, "Oh, your life's gonna suck." It's like,
I feel
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all like, yeah, that's
We
too
were
real.
having more fun with the sacrificing.
Way too real. Hold on, let me take my Prozac before I continue this. So.
I tried to get a bit to work once where I said, "Listen, you guys should know that I have a previous wife. Like I got divorced and I got remarried, and I look like this. So if you're single, it is your fault." I had 4 women just go, "Oh fuck you, man!" Like,
Literally, just out loud.
yeah, just out loud, and I'm like, just letting you know, this twice, neither one was hunchback. I'm like, there's like, you go
Both
to hell.
scoliosis.
Well,
It's
scoliosis
definitely
free.
hard to like when you have a not a faulty premise, but just a difficult one to work with, and the jokes get there, but it's still like the initial reaction from the crowd is something that they have a problem with. Like I have my like bit about being epileptic, but when I say I'm epileptic, someone goes, "Oh," I'm like, "Fucking wait a second, goddammit, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Don't feel sorry for me yet.
Don't feel sorry for me. Give me a second."
It's like, I'm making jokes. Either laugh or shut up. Okay.
But
So
if I fall down and start shaking, that's not part of the bit. That's
I have a
just let
bracelet.
you know that right now. Please,
I have
forgive
my
me.
bracelet. Yeah.
Please.
You know what would be fun is when they go like, "Aw," it's like that's the sound I make when I seize. Like
Yeah.
just
Oh man.
because picturing you at night, just get like in the middle of your sleep, just going, "Oh."
So
It's
for
pretty funny.
the week episode, I guess a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
that is so will be have gotten released. One of the things was about how we joked about how you have epilepsy and you actually like make a thriller position when it happens. Okay.
There's a
And-
highlight on our
Yeah, it's a
YouTube
highlight.
channel.
And
Go watch
the
it.
thing is, as soon as I posted it, I hashtagged epilepsy. And now I keep on getting fucking promotions saying, "Hey, did you want to add a contribution thing to your post?" And I'm like, no.
Has the Brain Ablaze podcast tagged you in stuff yet?
No.
Because I did that once, and now they follow me. They're like something epilepsy, and just they're fucking everywhere. I'm not mad at them or anything. It's just like I didn't realize I would become an epileptics comic. You know?
It's a lot better than some other
Because they
people's
know
shtick.
that when they
So-
when they watch you, there's going to be no flashing lights. Like
Sure. Yeah. I'm not.
he's like, I'm
Don't
very
understand.
anti-pyrotechnics. and
Hey,
all
does that mean you
jazz."
could say that if somebody starts flashing the light for you to get off stage, that you could be like, "Hey, that's offensive. You can't do that."
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of lights nowadays are just like it comes on, waits a few seconds, goes off. They're not like
Yeah, but everyone's an asshole that starts going tick, 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 tick,
Yeah.
as soon as you go, a minute over.
the.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Oh yeah.
usually,
Right.
I'm usually pretty good about not running time,
Mm.
but yeah.
Well, after they stopped like flashing the light, that's when they start electroshocking, which would be really bad.
That would be interesting. I used to run an open mic where if you ran the light, I would just slowly walk and get closer and closer to you. This is pre-COVID, of course. And just walk and get closer and closer, walk up on stage and just get like nose to cheek just to make it as weird as possible. So,
yes.
Yeah. But it wasn't like I would run up there. It would be like one step at a time, just getting closer. And everybody would start, oh, there he goes. He's running away. So they stop paying attention to the person. They're just looking at.
Done.
He's like, this joke is
make the Jaws.
They're not even letting me get to the setup, and they're already laughing. This is great. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I would.
They're gonna thank me for this
like
extra
I go, if you
minute
run the
and a half
light,
I
I'm going to
just did.
slowly get closer to you, and then eventually I will take the mic out of your hand. So.
God damn.
Did you
I'm gonna start doing that.
start humming the Jaws theme?
I should
slowly get louder.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
In the days of Bluetooth, where you can throw music from your phone to the dude, fuck yeah, in a heartbeat, I would do it, dude. I did a mic one time out in Salt Lake, and they would just like the host didn't even come up in between people at all. She just sat in the back with a God mic, and it just as soon as they hit 3 minutes, it was like boom. She's just like, and that's they could be in the middle of a bit. It didn't matter. It's like, and that's Dino the Genetic Marvel. Everybody, it's like, oh fuck, okay, I'm not done yet.
Is that like I just imagine like feet on the table, like
chilling in the back.
They just don't give a shit.
No, she's actually just floating on a cloud
Of
just
superiority.
Full God, just full God level.
Yeah.
You know what would be better than the Jaws theme? Because the Jaws theme has like dynamics to it. It gets faster and faster. Do the Halloween theme. Dun.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Halloween, by the way. That was the first horror movie I ever watched as a kid, and that scarred me for a long time.
Oh yeah, that'll fuck you up.
God,
my girlfriend loves horror movies. She had me
like
watch
11.
it with her, and she's like, "Aren't you scared?" I'm like, "No, it's still okay movie. It's fine."
See, yeah. Are you kidding me? I watched the movie and I was like, I want to be that tall. Yeah. One-handed, drape against the wall. Yeah, that's the guy that I want to be. Thank you very much. And it's worked out. Excellent.
Weird thing to aspire to. All right.
I think that Michael Myers entering your house, that's probably got to be in the top 3, right?
See, you know what? I take it back. Not a weird thing, because like when I watched Darth Vader choke people, like choke people, I was like, that's pretty. Yeah, I want to do that. That'd be so nice.
Are you kidding? At the end of Rogue One, when Darth Vader comes in and fucking destroys all the troopers, I leaned over to my wife. I'm like, I am rock hard right now. She's like, you are a fucking weirdo. And I'm like, I've been waiting 30 years to watch Darth Vader kick the living fuck out of a group of people. Okay? Rock hard.
How excited are you to see more of it in the new Obi-Wan show?
I won't wear pants for a week. That's what's going to happen. Okay?
Hayden Christensen's coming back, guys.
Oh, please, God, no.
Like for all the viewers, the box of lotion to Dino the Genetic Marvel before the release.
I don't think Hayden Christensen was a bad actor. I think the writing and the fucking direction were bad because George Lucas. I really don't think
George Lucas is the worst, but at the same time, lucky bastard. Right?
Well, I saw an interview where he was talking about like why he chose the cadence with which Anakin spoke, but he's like because that's the way Darth Vader spoke as well, right? He even though he got injured and everything like that, you're not going to completely change the way you speak, or even when you're doing it through a mask, right? It'll get shortened and stuff, but it'll still be kind of the same pacing, which made me understand it a little bit better.
That's a bullshit answer for a bullshit fucking situation. He messed up everything. Okay,
so if it's like 20 years between episodes,
Dino's such a hater.
Right?
I'm just a fan of things.
Luke's 30 years old in episode 4. I thought he was like 18 or 19.
No, he's like 19 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so what I'm saying is that the difference between, if you go 19 years back, the difference between 8-year-old Atlas and 27-year-old Atlas is very, very different. So why wouldn't Darth Vader be different?
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to go start drinking. I'm going to do shots while you guys have
Does he just have a bar next to... Oh, okay.
All right.
Yes, of course. He's a man. Men have that. I literally have booze right beside me. I'm like, yeah, that's no problem.
I'm very excited.
We're going to talk Star Wars. I'm drinking because you guys are going to talk more than I am. I'm just going to have fun with it.
That's reasonable.
Like I like the little flashy swords. I like those. Those are good. I want one of those.
Someone
I want to shoot a laser.
Who doesn't? Come on.
But I will. I'll end it off with saying I'm very excited to see Ewan McGregor hold a lightsaber again.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor.
Well, there's the story about how when he first started filming, like he kept on making the sound, so they kept on picking up on the mic when they're having fights. He's like,
Yeah.
the whole time, and they're like, he goes, yeah, that's true. That he goes, yeah, we had to redo it like a bunch of times. Yeah, who wouldn't? So it's like, come on.
The blooper reel from that would be so much fucking fun to watch.
Of course.
Oh my god, I love watching the behind the scenes where like the number of lightsabers that they broke.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they had to have like hundreds on set of each of them because like in doing a scene they would go through like 15 lightsabers. Yeah, they did not budget for it.
Like it's like $400, $600. You can buy one that is like number one durable as hell, but also like lights up really cool and stuff. They're like, I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm like, I'd love to have one. I'm not gonna pay money for it.
I would love to have that much.
Super cool
to spend on that. Like I really do want to have two like
can
really
you fuck
high
it?
Quality. Yeah.
Is it made by like Fleshlight? Because then
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be the other way around? It would fuck you.
No,
you put it on top and it.
No, you can get a flashlight installed into the hilt. Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't do it with Count Dooku.
I'm saying I'm not paying $600 for a toy.
No, exactly. I wouldn't pay money for it, but I'd love to have one.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fucking cool. Well, that's like I have Transformers, right? Like I'm a fucking dork.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've spent like serious money on? Like the dumbest big ticket purchase you've made.
How is this not the
yeah,
trading cards?
Fair.
Every time. It's always
That's
trading
fair.
cards.
Mhm.
Done.
God, the most expensive one. I'm trying to think, man. Because you got to justify this shit, you know, when you're married. You got to be like, hey, I just spent $300 on this shit. And then, like, you got to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I felt bad
like
this week.
Something where you've justified it to other people, but, like, in your mind, you're still like,
this is dumb. Yeah.
Well, no, you bamboozled everyone. You're like,
Yeah.
I actually got away with that because I have it now, and no one says shit.
I'm trying to, like, look around my fucking room. Like, what do I have? Nothing's expensive. I have no money.
Because you have kids. Yeah.
That's not even a guitar. It's just a paper cutout.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. It's just fake. I can play air guitar. Like, if I can fucking rock.
He's not even in that room.
Dude, at this point, we're spending money on real shit, so I don't know. Like, I'm trying to
furnace.
Yeah, like we're fucking rebuilding a bathroom or building a bathroom down here. So like, we were just at Home Depot looking at fucking bathtubs. I'm like, this is
God.
That has a purpose, right? You take
yeah, I'm gonna jerk off in it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
he's gonna
like a gentleman.
It.
I don't know,
like a gentleman.
I'm trying to get okay. So I'm trying to. Here's one thing I want to spend money on, but I haven't had the balls to do it yet. And my wife actually told me to do it. And it's funny that because I do a bit about sex toys, about women's sex toys and how they're great and how ours suck. And I was looking at this. There's this thing online. Somebody told me about it. I was like, no, there's stuff for us too. I'm like, no. And it's this thing called the Auto Blow AI. It's like a $300 blowjob machine. I told my wife about it. He's like writing it down, and she's like, "Yeah, you should get one." Like, yeah, you should. I was like, "What the fuck?" She's like,
I feel like that's like automation has gone for the better of mankind.
Yeah, like that's what I want to buy. I want to buy that. I just haven't had the balls to like pull the trigger on it because I'm like, what if
there has to be some guy who gets the Auto Blow 3000 and it's like going down, and he's just like, "Where's the soul?"
Yeah, feel right.
They're definitely from LA. I'll tell you that much.
Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye.
I'm
daddy.
Whatever. I miss my wife. That has to be like some kind of like.
That's not right.
Not like a sitcom premise, but like an episode of TV where the guy's like, "I'm gonna break up with my girl," and they break up for an episode, and he gets one of those, and he's just like,
it plugs into the wall.
Yeah,
it's like, which I'm nervous about. Like, I don't want to put my dick into something that's plugged in. I don't know. Maybe that's me. I don't know. But it's great that you got to
never know unless you try, Dwayne.
But I'm like, what's the return policy? I saw one. I swear.
Oh no, there's no return. Come on, man.
I saw some shit online.
Do you need it to like
there was
also
a dude on
talk?
eBay selling one that he's like, yeah, you can just change out the sleeve. It'll be fine. It just didn't work for me. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah, no.
That's
Listen,
not
a
used purchase, bro.
That guy has turned the sleeve inside out. Fuck that part. then took out the sleeve, fucked that part, and they're like, yeah, no, it's fine. You're like, no, you're a dirty bastard. You can't. You buy it, you either trash it or you keep it forever. Those are your options.
Figure if I bought that thing at like what $300, right, is what it is, and then like it's gonna pay for itself in probably the first weekend. You know, you figure, I don't know, at $1 a blowjob
Evening,
weekend, it's paid.
The first afternoon, it's taken care of.
I don't know.
Like,
so I don't know. I don't spend money on frivolous shit. I'm very practical on spending money.
That's a shit way to do things.
I know it's bullshit, but.
Listen, we both know there's something out there, and you're just like, yeah.
I say that I buy shit every day just so Amazon comes to my house. Honest to God, though, I do. Like I buy shit now knowing I'm going to send it back. I know I'm sending it back. I'll buy this shit, but I know I'm taking it to the UPS store tomorrow. I know it. Or I'll buy
creating industry. You're creating industry. It's fine. There's a whole process. There was returns. Yeah.
We call
moving
it
money makes money.
Yeah, not a process, but that's fine. Whatever you say. That's fine.
A weird hill to die on there, Dwayne.
What's that?
He's a weird hill to die on.
It's a weird hill. Yeah, the O is it's short O because it's stretch. Whatever.
It's a soft O.
It's a soft O.
Dwayne, so you said you're building a bathroom downstairs, right?
Yeah. So I never have to go upstairs and see my family. That's the goal.
How many kids do you have? It's your wife and then.
I have two. I
Okay.
have two. One has gone to college.
He had 3.
Awesome. Yeah, he's a junior in college, and my daughter is a junior in high school. So soon it will just be us, and again, no pants comes up.
Smart.
That's just the whole time. But no, it's I basically I work from home now with this became my comedy dungeon during quarantine, and now we've built the basement up. This was all curtains and shit before. And so now my wife does all this shit. That's the beauty of it. She's like fucking nice. She builds walls and does things, which is crazy. I can't do this shit at all.
She builds walls. She defends me from sieges. She garrisons the post.
She's a German. You got to keep them busy, or they'll try to take over.
She's a metal worker.
Yeah.
Building shields in the background.
Yeah, she's a medieval.
If we leave her to her own devices, she'll take over the neighbor's house. We'll be like, this is Poland now. This is good. But it's
mine teacher.
She annexed their backyard.
She what?
I need the neighbor's backyard.
This is mine now.
This is mine now.
This is for the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah.
You may say 9, but this is mine.
That was good.
That was great.
Beautiful. I'm going to say that next time I try to have sex.
You say 9.
You say 9. I say mine.
Yeah, I feel like when you say it comes off more Borat-y than you would be comfortable with.
Do not fear me, Gypsy.
My wife. Yeah.
I just want your tears.
My wife.
I take the Gypsy tears to protect me from the AIDS.
Yeah.
So many
I fucking love that movie. The first one was so good.
The first one.
Yes.
I did not know how to handle that. I was like,
so
what is happening right now?
So, true story. So I was in the Army at the time, and I was in command, and everybody in my shop, I was like, I'm taking all of you to see Borat today. We're all going at 1:00. We're going to go see a matinee of Borat. The first show it comes out. And then I got to work, and they're like, oh, Dick Cheney came today, so we all have to go listen to him speak. I'm like, fuck!
Can't you just shoot yourself in the face instead of your friend?
I know. Damn it, Dick. You fucked the whole plan up. So like 5 of us ended up going to like the 5:00 show. Like, fuck it.
I know this is generations as hell, but like when it came out, I was 12, 13, and like my parents didn't, or my mom didn't want me to see it. So of course, one of my friends was like, "I'm going to see Borat. Would you like to come with me?" And I was over at his house. I was like, "Yeah, I would love to." And then I came back home, and I was like. And my mom was like, "You saw Borat, didn't you?" I was like, "I did." And she's like, "You are so grounded."
How did you not walk in the door and go, "Very nice, how much?" And just
That's exactly what happened. Like, not lying, but just gypsy tears and all that good stuff, and just like
I forgot the gypsy tears.
So one point, my job was I had to go to Kazakhstan a bunch for a couple years.
No,
and I'll let you know they're not fans. They are not fans of that movie at all.
I bet they're not.
Now, Dwayne,
who gives a shit?
Dwayne, when that presentation ruined your plan, How would you rank? Like, what do you think is a more like scarring side? Is it Dick Cheney full frontal or Sacha Baron Cohen? Like, what do you think would be like a more assaulting view?
See, I don't know, because I think, Dick Cheney is gross for sure, but Sacha Baron Cohen is very hairy, which I'm also not into. So I'm thinking, I don't know.
Covers some of the
old fucking guy
I'll
in the
say
movie.
As a hairy person, I don't say it covers. I'd say it enhances. It draws the eye.
You and I are both super hairy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
all three of us.
It's not something that like makes it like covers things. It's more like that's a humble brag.
Be like, I have a huge dick. That's what you just said right now. It doesn't
He
cover
doesn't have a
things.
huge dick. He's tiny.
In my case, it's like I forgot which Civil War battle it was, but one of the Confederacy's generals basically obscured his numbers by having the same guys run through the forest. So McClellan was like, "Oh no, he has thousands of people," and Lincoln's like, "No, idiot, that's like 300 guys."
It's the same dude.
Yeah, that's my hair, basically.
He's like, it's on a loop.
It's on a loop, yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck is a loop? Oh, you'll know one day. You'll know.
you know what you put your belt through?
So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hair shame you. Nick, I apologize, man.
It's fine.
With that mustache, he deserves more shame. Are you kidding me?
It's kind of porny.
It's very porny.
You that
a little bit court ordered.
The plan over the month is to keep it groomed, but to grow at the ends and do like a really good twirl. Yeah. No, not handlebar.
If you wax the tips of your beard,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will not be seen in public with you.
I definitely will be. I definitely will.
You're trash. You're a trash human being. That's disgusting.
Dwayne's saying porny. Now I'm thinking like a Parks and Rec porn parody called Porny, Indiana.
Okay. Is that just where all of the girls that are in porn come from?
No, it's just Chris Pratt getting naked.
Where they import
everyone
them
else
from...
is the same. Just Chris Pratt.
I thought all the porn girls were from Hollywood. That's what I thought. I don't know.
No, that's where they go.
This acting
for
thing
their
is
big
the working
break.
Good.
That's where they hatch.
That's how Atlas actually got into comedy. Yeah.
Oh, good.
And not from the fucking morphine from wisdom tooth surgery. Nope, that was a bit.
No. It's because he didn't work out in porn. That's why. That's why.
Your porn or drug abuse. One of those two options led you to comedy.
That was more like drugs abused me than me abusing drugs.
Well, that's when you know you have a problem. That's
bad drugs.
Who rescued who? Atlas? Who rescued? I can't say it. Who rescued who?
Who rescued whom?
I make fun of him saying "pro" or whatever he said. I can't talk.
Dino, are you just drinking straight milk?
No, it's a vanilla cream cold brew.
But you won't
from
be
Starbucks. Eat my ass.
What's your gross Starbucks drink of choice? Like the one where people are like, "You drink that?" You're like, "Fuck yeah, it's delicious."
Yeah, matcha green tea latte. It's awesome. Made with coconut milk.
What? Why is it macho? What is that?
Matcha. It's green tea.
Oh, matcha. I thought you said macho. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
No, like the guy that makes it is really buff.
He's hot.
Ew.
Yeah.
I do white chocolate mochas. I like those, which is also my rap name. So that's cool. Good.
All whipped, no cream. It's all whipped, no cream. That's it.
Love it.
Oh, I'll get a peppermint mocha frappuccino.
Oh, those are the fun shit.
Yeah,
the peppermint.
I like
peppermint season.
Yeah, that's I enjoy peppermint more than I do pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is okay, but it's
horrible.
I like real pumpkin. You know what I mean? Like pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'll fucking kill your family for that. I don't care.
Really?
But how much whipped cream do you put on your
that
pumpkin pie?
Escalated quickly.
What?
How much whipped cream do you put on your pumpkin
None.
pie? Oh, really?
None. I just enjoy pumpkin pie. Yeah,
but
I like a butternut squash soup.
Crazy.
Like
I agree. What he said.
Yes. That's the best part is the whipped cream.
Yeah, well, that's because you both are fucking animals. Okay?
Well, it completes the
No
tier
tits,
of
sir.
texture,
Bam.
right? Because like the crust is a little crumbly, and then you have like the nice, almost jelly like pumpkin filling, and then you get that whipped cream on top, and it's just it's a perfect bite.
Yeah, definitely.
See, I feel that way about pecan pie.
Pecan pie is good too.
Pecan pie is incredible.
Key lime cake?
Pecan pie, you mean?
Pecan
Pecan.
pie.
Yeah.
Pecan pie, Dewayne. Okay.
Dino can go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
I don't care if it's pecan or pecan. I'm gonna eat that shit. I'll tell you that right now.
I find that very sweet.
I'll put my dick in it. I don't care. I don't care.
I tell
I'll
you
tell
what,
you
Dwayne.
Cool
I
quick.
tell you what.
What?
I gotta go with
dude.
for mine. My friend taught me this one. You get salted caramel cold brew, and then much like Nick, you get matcha in the drink itself, so it turns into this swampy looking mess, but it's like really good. It's called the Shrek for obvious reasons.
It looks like doo-doo water.
What
Kinda,
is it? Sorry, what is it again?
Salted caramel cold brew matcha.
It's a lot of words.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
I've never had that.
It's 4 words.
I think you need to put that generations thing back up because I think
No,
you just
it's 4 words.
definitely
Dwayne.
showed some
That is how
generations
many
right
things
now.
are in your
Yeah,
handle.
but it's a
right
lot
now.
of syllables. It's more syllables than belong in 4 words.
Yeah.
Salted.
Well, I mean,
salted caramel cold.
Dwayne
brew
still
matcha.
still
9
misses
syllables.
going to like the malt.
Seems
shop.
a little excessive.
Yeah.
Seems excessive.
Seems like a lot.
It's like, because you started with coffee, and it ended up with whatever the fuck you said. That's a lot.
You know what I've never had is any type of float, like an ice cream.
Really?
Oh, you
Oh,
haven't
floats
lived,
are
you
good.
fucking child.
What
I've
are you
never-
talking
Fuck.
about?
Shit,
Those are
bro.
great.
Dude,
I
proper A&W frosted glass.
Although
They will make you a proper root beer float, and you will want to murder again.
No,
Yeah.
if Nick went with that mustache and ordered a root beer float, they would look for a ban.
Yeah, that's true.
They'd be like, man.
is it
he's
because I
fucking
went
kidding.
there with 3 other kids?
You have to talk in an accent. It's like, hello, I am here to try your the float. I want a float, please.
Well,
and then they'll be like, oh, he's probably rich. It's fine.
I should probably tell you, like, since I shaved to this mustache, I only wear tracksuits outside.
Perfect.
Only wearing Adidas tracksuits.
Hey, but you have to wear the tops and bottoms with like a very similar style, but not actually the same set.
They're all
yeah,
velour.
just so it's almost matches.
Yeah.
They're all
Like,
velour.
He is. Nick
All
is.
velour.
Yeah.
They're all velour.
That just seems like a fire hazard.
I just wear the top.
It's cold out.
Yeah.
They're very warm.
Okay, of all the
Oh,
root
that's
beers,
Velour tracksuit, wife beater underneath.
smart.
IBC. I know where you're going with this.
Well, okay, so of the main 4, you have Barks,
No.
A&W,
Trash.
Mug, and IBC. What's your
IBC is the best by a long shot.
IBC, okay, but A&W.
You don't typically have IBC in soda fountains, though.
Now, here's
That's
the
true.
thing.
That's true.
I
It
am
only
not
comes in bottles.
particularly a fan of root beer. I will never go out of my way to choose it, but
Right.
when I have it, I do enjoy it. It's
You
not
need
that I
good root
don't
beer.
like it; it's that it's never my preference.
Yeah.
So it's funny because like I didn't ever think of this until
I thought I would get more yelling when I said that, but you're all
no,
I
but
understand.
it's fun because I like root beer. I grew up drinking it. I don't drink it a lot now because it's like it's just too sweet and shit. I'm old, whatever.
Diabetes.
But yeah, you know, I don't want to lose.
He
the
likes
other
having both
whatever.
feet. Yeah.
But like my wife told me this, and I didn't think of it. And then once she did it, it fucked my whole world up with root beer. She and her sisters had it one time, and they're like, "Oh, this tastes like toothpaste." And if you go have root beer and take a sip of it, and you think it does taste like fucking toothpaste.
Well, it
It's got
does
a
have
weird
that
toothpaste
weird
flavor to
Yeah.
it.
It's like
See-
a cream soda that's gone off. Is
Yeah.
what I feel when I have it.
Cream soda's
Listen.
the shit too, by the way. That is the
It is
best.
good.
I find
Hey,
it too sweet.
my
but
life
I'll have a
changed.
couple sips, but I feel weird finishing a can.
Hey, I was like 9 years old. We drove to Florida for like 3 weeks. We went to Publix and bought A&W sparkling vanilla cream soda. And I'm telling you, my balls dropped. That shit. And we're talking about every time I go to Buffalo, I'll stop by a grocery store to see if they have it, and I will grab like 4 like 2-liter
Cases.
bottles. And I'm like,
Oh.
no, not cases, because then I just feel like, like if I get 4 2-liter bottles, maybe I'm having a party. Nobody's going to look, right? But if I get 4 cases of root beer, people are like, "You're what's wrong with people, you idiot."
I mean, it could still be you're having a party. You're just throwing them in a cooler, right?
Yeah, but what am I, like some sort of rich person throwing a party with cans? A party with cans of pop? Fuck those people. I don't want you at my party, assholes.
What do you?
So you demand me to give you cans? It's so much wastage.
It's true.
What?
Well, because like it's more expensive per can than it is to buy a 2 liter.
100%, but it's a better party.
But it's cheaper than cleaning your fucking carpets when those assholes kids.
Yes. And also it's easier.
Kids not allowed inside the house; they can play in the yard.
Also, the cans are recyclable.
Yes,
so it's
and the convenience of being a host of a party where you have cans in a cooler, like you don't have to worry about people spilling things like when they're pouring into glasses. Like it's and also it's easier to like plan for the next party because like once you just dump the water out of the cooler, like the cans are there ready to go for the next time, right? And you never have to worry about
throw them in the fridge.
100%.
Yeah.
Nick, if you ever come to my house, I'm going to. Go ahead.
Don't be a cheap fuck, Dino.
Listen. No. There's a level of class when it comes to being a host and just being a fun time. Okay.
That a 2 liter bottle. Makes
also having a bartender for your party.
By the time
you hire somebody to fucking serve drinks.
By the time you get to the last third of that 2 liter bottle,
it's flat.
It's flat. It's not as good. Not as good.
And then you got.
I know you have no problem with flat things, but
I'm not sure what you mean by that, sir.
I don't know. It didn't go where I wanted it to.
I didn't get it.
I'm
not even offended.
I said it, and I'm like, yeah, no, that didn't work at all.
Wait, so
it just didn't work. It's fine. Happens
to
me once in a while.
I'm trying to cut back on caffeine, so I have just from Dr. Pepper is my soda of choice to root beer because root beer doesn't have caffeine.
Okay.
Or Sprite, 7-Up.
It's not the same. You know,
of course not. They're all shit in comparison.
Well,
it's like drinking diet, and people are going, "It's the same." No, it's not. It's garbage.
So good. But in terms of like IBC is in a league of its own. But in terms of the soda fountain ones of Barks, A&W, and Mug, it's Barks.
No,
in that order: Barks, A&W, Mug. That's
absolutely not.
Like
that's
Mug
false.
Being best or what?
Mug being worst.
Oh no, hell no, dude. No, Barks suck.
A&W.
I like Barks.
I can't
see.
That's
the Barks. That's a new thing where it has that bite at the end where it has too strong of a taste, whereas A&W just is sparkling and delicious. Mug is a little bit stronger. I feel like that's the progression. It goes A&W, Mug.
Are we trying to get a sponsorship on this show? Is that what we're doing right now? Because
I would love to get sponsored by A&W. You kidding me? I have like 3 A&Ws right around me, like within delivery distance.
If I was doing this right, then it's brought to you by Anchor, which
I feel like Dino would be the honest spokesperson for A&W of like what their clientele actually looks like.
That's what A&W has in Canada, though. They have this guy. It's a short, bald guy who's like, "Hey, did you know that's made with grain-fed beef?" And talks shit. And he's like, "Oh, we have a Beyond Meat burger, and it's great. Here, try it." And he does this whole commercials.
And he's a very trusted man.
I don't know why I just explained this to the other Canadian in the fucking room.
And then I just remember when they tried to do A&W in the U.S. and they're like, "We have a 3rd-pound burger that's cheaper than McDonald's Quarter Pounder," and then Americans were like, "That's dumb. A third is less than a quarter because there's a 3 instead of a 4," and that's why everyone hates us.
Yeah, they don't.
That seems accurate.
Fractions.
That's fair. Yeah. A&W usually has pretty damn good food, though. I mean,
it is a quality burger.
There's not one in California, so far as I can tell. I need to.
And
that's because of California. They don't deserve it.
You know what?
Because
you guys like their buns.
You guys have this In-N-Out fetish, and
I don't know. It's good. It's
not. I mean, it is
also better tacos. So sorry,
you do have better.
Yeah, but tacos are like tacos. You can't compare tacos to burgers, right? Like those are not.
But I'm saying like we have a thing, right? New York's got pizza. We've got tacos. It's Yeah. Also, anywhere you go in California, and Chinese food. That's
I thought LA's thing was just rampant homelessness.
That too, but that's not food. That's an epidemic problem.
I mean, depends.
Whoa!
If you figure out
brain Dwayne, that's
what? I'm just saying.
Make that
look,
a thing,
I'm a problem solver. Alice, that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you have people with no place to live. You have people that are hungry.
Dwayne,
let's get those two groups together.
White.
I'm writing.
And you can film it. It'd be like the Squid Games, L.A. It'd be awesome. And
And that's
So
what
many
they put on the
problems.
packages of the meat. They'd call it squid. You know?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, squid. Yeah.
I like it.
I can
See, I
never
like
eat
it.
calamari ever again after that show. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Well, calamari in this new world would just be people's buttholes.
Did you like that show?
it was good.
Yeah,
Liked
it's
it.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
I
It's from
found it.
Soylent.
Soylent.
Oh, that's what it was.
He just read it off of his bottle next to.
Yeah, right.
There it
Soylent
is.
Green.
Yay!
I would be Dewayne Soylent White.
that
That
works
would be
too.
better.
Any of them work. It's good.
Yeah.
That's what he calls his cum.
Oh. Dude,
That's what it. That's a
Nobody
Oh!
either.
is
That's
it
so
carbonated?
much
Nick?
worse.
Is it carbonated?
Is it carbonated? No,
Tastes
we're
like
not
root
doing
beer.
carbonated again. Oh, that's from a few episodes ago.
That's from a
Nick
lot of
brought up-
episodes ago.
It's
That's
a lot of episodes ago. Nick
Oh,
brought up
yeah.
carbonated semen. You're like, that's
episode 8. I think I'm guessing. I don't know if I'm correct.
What were you
Eight's my
talking?
lucky number
Carbonated
2.
semen? You guys talked about on
Yeah.
the show?
No.
No, we were talking about how
that'd be hard to
the
swallow, I
stuff
think.
that fire hoses shoot kind of looks like cum. And then someone went, "Is it carbonated?" Yeah.
Oh, you mean like okay?
Yeah.
So
because
Nick is
we're children. That's
No, I
Yes,
just
we are.
I believe my conclusion was that since the SodaStream brought the ability to carbonate things into people's homes, there definitely have been people that have carbonated their own cum.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
me being the,
Or the cum
the
of
fan of
others.
soda that I am, you would think I would have gotten one of those by now, but I haven't. I feel like I should at some point.
They're pretty good. I like the ability to regulate how carbonated you want it.
I don't know.
I always go for the most. I don't know
Yeah.
why anyone
I
would,
really
would choose
like
the least, but
the carbonation part of soda. I feel like I should be more into White Claw and
No, don't.
Pellegrino and stuff like that, but I'm just not. It's
You-
like
listen,
soda.
listen,
It's
there
definitely
are
You don't-
other,
you don't like,
there are other
you-
carbonated options like cider versus going full into White Claw and everything. Have some respect for yourself. Look at
You
your
know,
haircut.
I'm in California. The streets are paved with
Yeah.
White Claw.
If you start drinking cider, people will start respecting you.
So the Mike's Hard seltzers are actually not bad. I will have a few.
I do
Oh,
like.
oh
the
yeah,
seltzer.
lemonade. Yeah, that
stuff,
works.
Those are nice. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Mike's
the Mike's
Hard-
Hard, Mike's Hard makes seltzers too,
Oh
and
shit!
they're actually
Really?
pretty good.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
good.
that's
They're
fine.
solid.
It's more so just buying something called White Claw.
Yeah.
Seltzers
You
are
can't stand with a product like that.
seltzers
It's
are
controversial.
wonderful because I started golfing these past couple of years.
Are you
and,
fucking serious?
but when you go
started
golfing
what?
in the morning,
Oh,
like
golfing.
when you go golfing in the morning, it's nice having beers, but they're pretty heavy by the time when you're walking the course. And and a seltzer, like it's nice to get a buzz and not be feel like you're making bread
Great.
in your stomach.
I would just take him to the pool at our neighborhood pool all summer and just get hammered at the pool. My daughter was the lifeguard, so I would get drunk and like yell shit at the lifeguards, and it was fun.
Please tell us the story about that.
No, I just-
That was the story.
That was the story.
Like,
Okay.
"Sir, you're not supposed to drink at the pool."
He doesn't remember much more.
You know who I am?
Sir, you're not
you,
supposed to
you
drink at the
asshole.
pool. I changed your diapers.
I made you.
He's just whipping cans at birds.
At his daughter.
You are a limited edition of production of me. There's no more being made.
None. That factory is shut the fuck down.
He's on the side of this pool. He's like, I brought you into this world and I could take you. And then he drowns.
Why didn't you save him?
The irony
Because
being
he's
that he turned
insured. That's
himself
why I
out.
didn't.
Yeah.
fucking-
Because he needed to be taught a lesson. All right?
Oh my
That's
god.
fine.
I'll bet he doesn't do that shit anymore.
Dwayne, I gotta ask, what is the most interesting, memorable set that you've done as a comedian? Do tell.
Everyone is special.
Each set is a snowflake. in its own
Everyone
way.
How long
is
do we
different.
have?
No two
How long
people
do we-
are the same.
I've been doing comedy like a month when this happened. It's
Oh, no.
fucking so true. And I sent this dude an email. I found out there was a room right down the street from me, and I sent him a note. And neither of us kind of knew, so I didn't know it was an all black room, and he didn't know that Dewayne White
Was white.
was me.
Was all white.
Almost
not-
clear.
Did not know that
His name
Dwayne
was
White wasn't Soylent Green.
Please
So
tell
I
me
got
you recorded
ready to go
this
to
so
the
that we
show.
can put it out as a album called all black room, all white comedian.
Perfect.
That's so good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what I was walking into, and I got all dressed up in my nicest cowboy boots and button down shirt.
Oh shit!
Oh, true.
Oh shit!
True. I knew I was in trouble. Here's where I knew I was in trouble. I walked up and the bouncer goes, "The fuck you want?" I was like, I'm here to do comedy, sir." Like, I don't know, like what. So I go in, and then he's just like, "Okay," and he opened the door, and I go in there. And they hooked me up with this dude, Mike. And Mike was cool as shit. And Mike's like, "You're going to sit with me." I'm like, "Fuck, okay, yes, sir, dude. Like, do I got to hold your pocket? Like, I don't know what this is. What are we doing?" And so he looks at me. He goes, "What's your job tonight?" And I'm like, I'm thinking it's a good answer. I go, "My job's to make them laugh, Mike." He goes, "Nah, your job's to survive." What?
That seems fair.
Wow.
And he points at this lady. He goes, "See that bitch?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "They usually throw her out by the second comic." I go, "I'm the third comic, so cool." He goes, "Nah, tonight's her birthday. They're not going to throw her out tonight." So,
How old were you when this was going on?
I was a grown man. It was like, I've been doing comedy like a month. I was like 40 something. I don't know. I've only been doing comedy like 3 or 4 years, man. So,
Okay.
and so I go up there. By the end of the first comic, I knew that she was like, I knew where she lived. I knew what she did for a living. I knew she was bisexual, you know, and like, and I'm just telling you, like, not the hot fun kind. It was a totally different. Like, it was not okay.
And
The
she didn't even
second
tell
comic-
you that. It was just performed.
She said it very loudly and frequently. Her exact quote was, "Today's my birthday. I'm gonna suck dick and eat pussy." Okay, cool. And she was just going off on it the whole time. She took the whole first comic set over. Second comic, she's up on the stage, right?
As the comic, or did she just like
no,
walk up?
no, she was up there with the comic at the time.
She
in
bum
her little
rushed it.
dress, and she had like, she didn't need to be wearing this dress. It was very tight, and there was like holes cut out underneath her boobs and in various places throughout it looked like one of those toys when you were a kid that's like those little things that like just like shit coming out. It was
reverse
horrible.
Swiss cheese.
It was so gross. Oh god,
Reverse
so
Swiss
Swiss
cheese.
cheese.
yes, exactly. And by the end of this dude's set, she's bent over the fucking stool while he pretends to rail her from behind, while the DJ plays a song that I can only assume is called "Bust That Pussy Open." Just like, and as this is going on, the host walks up and goes, "Man, you ready?" Like, I am not ready at all. No, sir. I got
You're the cigarette after they fuck.
It was so bad, dude. I got up and told 6 minutes of jokes about how my father was a prison guard.
Read the room, dude.
Yeah, I'd been doing comedy a month, man.
That's all he had.
So,
Yeah.
that did not go well.
Oh my god, you're Officer White's son?
Oh.
I've been looking for you my whole life.
See, the way when you said that you knew like what
He
she
brought
did
me
and that
the
she was
good
bisexual,
ramen.
I thought it was a thing where she just shouted from the darkness like, "I work at Amnesty International and I'm bisexual." Like, just explained exactly what she was. Not.
No, she talked
She
a lot
may
more
have
than
well
that.
done that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
A
Like
lot
it
more.
seems. Yeah.
She's just like, "Motherfucker!"
Yeah.
She was loud as shit. It was great. So I did my set. I got 2 laughs. One was from the DJ, one was from the bartender the whole time. Like, that was
Aw.
Hey,
I get off
a
stage,
working class laugh. That's a
hey,
no,
fucking
that's
A.
quality.
I don't care.
They see the comics all the time. You know?
Exactly.
Yes. And I got off the stage and I throw my notebook on the table. Mike's like just sitting there laughing. He's like, "How'd it go?" I'm like, "Fuck, you saw me, Mike. You're 10 feet away. Like, you were here the whole time. You know how this went." He goes, "Shit." And he called me the N-word. And he goes, "You survived. You should be happy."
That's you know what? That's an honest man. That's an honest man. It's a fair review.
It was great. So I called my wife on the way home. I'm like, "Hey," she's like, "How'd it go?" Like, "Well, I almost got killed. I got no laughs, and I was called the N-word." And she's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm coming back next week. Are you serious?" Absolutely.
Right
Absolutely.
answer. Good answer.
Absolutely.
It was the worst ever, man. It was the worst set I've ever had in my life. It was so much fun, though. It's so funny.
That's
You went back next week in blackface, right?
Actually, honest to God, they shut it down. I didn't actually go back. They shut it down because too many people were getting stabbed.
Oh
Not
man.
even shitting you. It was great.
You shouldn't
So
call the show Sunday Night Stabbies then.
Sunday night stabbing.
Dude,
You never know.
I remember somebody reached
Knife
out on
edge
Facebook.
comedy.
Well, one guy reached out. He's like, "Hey, do you know of any shows that are happening? Because I'm trying to come back, so I was thinking of hitting up an open mic." And he was a gentleman that was a few years older than I was, but I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. Here, I'm going to be here this night." He's like, "Great," and it was Nick knows Rusty Nail, which is not a top tier establishment, let's call it, but it's a nice bar and it's usually okay. I've never had a problem there. This guy pulls up.
Most of the regulars there have an ailment.
Alcoholism. That's the ailment.
No. I feel like they. Okay, you're right. They have a couple ailments. There's usually there's something paired along with it. A limp.
Yeah.
Various numbers of eyes.
The funny thing was that night, a couple comics had popped by and they were on motorcycles. So there's 2 motorcycles parked in front of the place too. And this guy walks up and he has less hair than I do, and dressed like an accountant. And he is, and actually I think he's a real estate agent. And I'm like, perfect. He's like, are you sure it's okay that I'm here? I'm like, why? He's like, this place looks like it houses murderers. I was like, oh, really? Everyone seems nice to me. I'm like, well, I'm also, 6'2" and 450 pounds. So realistically, I'm like, yeah, what are you going to do? I'm the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I'll kick the shit out of you, then eat you. It doesn't make a difference. But yeah, that kind of stuff happens. And I'm like, yeah, that's fun. I never really picked up on it. Should definitely go back to that place. Too many stabbings. Fuck that. That's just entertaining.
Too many stabbings. Another good candidate for an episode title. Either Wizard Vasectomy or Too Many Stabbings.
Wizard Vasectomy is definitely going to be the title of this episode.
Bippity boppity boo.
Pretty much. So Dwayne, this actually goes out
bippity boppity goo.
4 weeks later.
Better.
So if there's anything you want to plug that's far in the future,
yeah.
Is there anything that's going on?
And thank you for coming on, Dwayne.
Oh man, thanks for having me. Far in the future, let me think. I mean, December.
Yeah,
November's good, but December, I got a few things coming up. Hosting a bunch of shows down here. I run a room in Woodbridge, Virginia, and we got a bunch of stuff coming up there. I think that's about it. I'll be out in Pennsylvania, hopefully heading up to New York here in a couple weeks, but it'll be gone by the time this is on.
And if you want to plug your socials as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The best way to find me is DewayneWhiteComedy.com. If you're racist, you can go to whitedwaynecomedy.com. I own that one too.
Does it route to the same place?
Now you got to get
content for the racists.
Yeah.
No, I do a lot of black rooms, and they always call me White Dwayne.
About
what's that?
Yeah. Because Dwayne, you sound like Dwayne. But in actuality, you're Dewayne.
Yeah,
that's.
So I did it as a joke one night. I was drinking and whatever. It was fine. It was good.
Dan
on
from
Facebook
a
and
couple
Instagram, I'm at
episodes
D-Dub
ago.
Comedy. Huh?
Poor Dan Grove from a couple episodes ago. People keep calling him Dan Grover.
Oh shit!
The fucking Muppet. It's just, I feel so bad for him. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, man. That's where I have all the things. So.
Perfect. We're going to put links in the comments below in the description. Yeah, absolutely. And I guess this has been Generation Dan.
Well, we got to plug ourselves too. Come on. I know some people listen just on audio, so.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Live in the now. Get video.
Yeah,
that's what we should tell them.
Watch it while you drive.
You know what? Some people like to listen to podcasts when they're working in a room by themselves, like me. So.
If you're by yourself, why can't you play a video? I don't understand.
Because the porn is on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
And the podcast.
Yeah. And one hand's on the shaft, the other's on the balls, and
What? Nick,
I don't further south if you're adventurous.
Oh my god. All right. You can follow us at Generation Dan on Twitter. Dino, if you please.
I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. Wherever. Places and things. That's where I am. Look
Yeah.
at my name.
I'm
right
at
here.
Nick Fernandes Comedy at various places and things.
I'm at Atlas Novak, various places and things, and you can check out my other show at Nexus at Nights on Twitter or Instagram, various places and things. I should just start saying it like that. So yeah, that was the show. Thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
Bye everyone.